Hello, everyone. I'm sure if you're 18 years or older, you probably remember the dreaded phrase that every parent seemed to be in unison about. Hey, be home before 11, or hey, no video games until after you finish your homework. Did you ever think to yourself, man, it sure would be nice not to have a curfew? As a teenager, I dreaded having a curfew. To me, it was like my parents were out to punish me, and I remember feeling like they were out to destroy my social life. As I got older, though, I realized that having a curfew was beneficial to my overall success as an adult. Now, hear me out. I'm sure that you all have had similar thoughts as a teenager. The notion that our parents were out to ruin our fun. And I'm sure that we all knew folks whose curfew was extended way past ours. If you're like me, so you probably spent hours with a PowerPoint presentation in hand, true story actually, by the way, outlining why you shouldn't have a curfew. However, as I got older, I did think to myself, man, I'm glad that my parents did give me a curfew. It is my belief that every teenager should have a curfew, point blank. As social media is on the rise and technology continues to evolve, setting in place curfews seems to be the right move. So one may ask, why should one still enforce curfews? I mean, we are in the new century. The answer is simple. Enforcing curfews for teenagers allows for their safety, growth and responsibility, and maintaining laws that should continue to be preserved and honored. So moving on to safety. As you know, as I said, technology is on the rise. Mobile phones and social media are the ways that we connect with the world, especially teenagers. According to Jacinda and colleagues, mobile phones have changed the culture of networking. The impact of mobile phones on peer relationships are central to the identity of teenagers. Understanding that mobile phones can be a tool to jeopardize safety, teenagers may be peer pressured into sharing unwanted messages during the after hours. So when you're asleep. So by confiscating their phones as a means of a curfew, safety can be ensured by the parent. Social media. According to Yardy and Associates, 23 million teenagers get online daily. Teenagers have been found to populate, the popular social media sites such as Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. So, with the growing issues of cyberbullying, in which teenagers are bullied through social media outlets, curfews that are set in place at the end of the night ensure that better monitoring of certain behaviors and allows, again, for that safety to be preserved. So, as we talked about safety, we now move on to growth and responsibility, which every parent and wants for their child. Self control and reducing self focus are the main ideas as to what growth can happen as far as in your responsibility. According to the U.S. News and Report, teens who follow curfews before become more responsible adults. By setting those boundaries creates behavioral awareness and time management skills for those teenagers. Also, reducing the self focus. It allows you to be that teen to be better prepared for life after high school, and it eliminates that all about me syndrome that a lot of teenagers tend to have, and it forces them to grow in their responsibility and to have responsibility versus teenagers that don't have a curfew. Maintaining laws. We already have laws in effect that maintain and preserve, such as certain malls and certain movie theaters, and also license and permits. They have age restrictions and time restrictions, such as like your little permit before that you had to have after your after nines. I remember that, or before nines, excuse me. So, in conclusion, enforcing curfews for teenagers allows for their safety, a growth in responsibility, and maintaining laws to be preserved and honored. Curfews should not be observed as punishment, but as a milestone for adolescents. Thank you.